This Havana house is more than a home. It's a time capsule. The clock stopped in the summer of 1960 when Ernest Hemingway walked out for the last time.
Well, this is what it's all about.
For 20 years, Hemingway lounged in these seats, drank from these bottles, wrote one of his greatest novels, For Whom the Bell Tolls, and dreamed up his last great classic on this typewriter, Old Man and the Sea, inspired by fishing trips on this boat that sits right outside the house.
This door gets closed and it gets exposed to the rain.
Bill DuPont is an American leading a team of experts in a rare collaboration with the Cuban government to preserve the home, right down to the wall where Hemingway obsessively recorded his weight.
We might be the only architects, professionals, engineers, conservators that are licensed to do our job, to act as professional designers in Cuba since the revolution.
They were able to help the Cubans take the house from this 4 years ago to this today.
They know some special things about the preservation, but we know how to preserve in tropical climates.
Hemingway spent 30 years in and out of Cuba. He met Fidel Castro only once. Today, it's hard not to walk in his Havana footsteps. Hemingway is a major tourist attraction here. His favorite hotel room is a mini museum. And what Hemingway fan wouldn't want to stand where the author once stood? But that, critics say, is part of the problem. You help restore the home, you help the Cuban tourist trade, which then helps the Castro regime. But conservationists say this isn't about politics. It's about the legacy of a great American author. Stored in the basement of this old house are thousands of Hemingway papers, unseen by American eyes in more than 40 years.
There were many letters that he had written to Mary Hemingway when they were both war correspondents during World War II.
Like this one to his wife in the fall of 1944. "I'm so damned anxious not to be killed, Pickle, on account of loving you." And this letter from fellow writer Sinclair Lewis. "Jesus, that's a great book, Bell Tolls." What would have happened if these documents had been left as is?
They would have continued to deteriorate.
Instead, Hemingway's words and his world on this island will be safe for generations. Cobiella, CBS News, Havana.